questions?
What did they do, Coach, in terms of making? They seem to they split the court defensively. You had a hard time rotating the ball around and getting the ball inside in the second half. What was the adjustment that they made that made it so tough?
They don't give up layups. They've always been there. So if you were at our press conference, whenever it was, yesterday, if you listen to me while I was on Petros and Money, because I shut it down. And every time we play USC, I say the same thing. They don't give up layups.
Coach, how you doing? You guys really owned the glass in this game, especially in the first half.
I would disagree.
The offensive board, it was about 21-13 in the first half. In the second half, it was this.
Second half, they out-rebounded us.
In the second half, it was a second chance opportunity that led to
Sure.
the Jalen Clark dagger three. How important was that hustle on the offensive glass tonight?
Obviously, we lose if we don't get that rebound, but it was a byproduct of them playing small. They struggled to score, so they went small. So we do it too, so it's a problem against other teams. So it's just a byproduct of them playing small.
How do you kind of reconcile winning the game versus, obviously you're out the big league? Is winning the game
Do
really?
I look happy? No reconciliation. But go ahead, I forgot the question.
Just Jalen sticking with it, making that.
Yeah, that's the only thing I really had to say that, I let Rob Palmer take the rest of the post game, because he knows exactly what to say, or what caused our issues. He's a great coach, great friend. We think the same. The only thing I had to say, I told Jalen, it took a lot, it took guts, proud of him, it took guts to take the shot. A lot of guts. But make or miss, you got to do it. It's the right play.
Coach, when they went small, did that create some mismatches or matchup problems?
You talking about which end?
When
We on offense or we on defense?
when you're on defense?
The one time we forgot to switch on Harry Horn, we hit a three. But our defense was really bad the entire second half. That was just one play. We couldn't guard Reese Dixon, 7 for 7. I mean, he looked like an NBA ISO, he was just a machine. Whoever would get on him, couldn't guard him. But when Jaime goes to the basket, they have 3 guys blocking shots. So basketball is real simple. Bad teams say, I got my man. First half, that's how they did it. They had their man. Second half, Andy obviously did what he did at halftime, and they played team defense. We couldn't get we missed layups, but they were all contested. I give USC all the credit. Give them all the credit. It's really not that hard. Bad teams say, I got my man. So we all had our man in the second half. Problem is we weren't guarding them as a team. So I don't think it was them going small as much as our mind. We started the half with 2, missed the steal, missed the loose ball, and got out of the way of a charge. 6 points to start the half. I knew it was coming too. I couldn't stop it. All I talked about at halftime was we need to worry about defense. I saw it coming in the first half, guys. We took some shots that were just ridiculous for no reason. So when we had a chance to bury it, we took a lot of selfish shots. Then they made adjustments. Danny does a great job. They got back in the game. Give them all the credit. I give them all the credit. Well, the truth is, we couldn't guard these things. Give him credit. Great kid, tough player.
No Amari tonight.
I know.
No Amari tonight, pretty short rotation. Think fatigue was a factor?
No. Fatigue's an excuse.
Coach, just because, congratulations, you did win the game. I want to go back to the first half and the defense that you did play in that half. You guys forced a lot of turnovers, especially in the paint, got in transition and converted off of that. What did you see in that first half of play that maybe you would have liked to have continued in the second half?
We guarded the paint extremely well in the first half. Points in the paint. I don't have the first half stats, but we were winning points in the paint. We ended up minus 12. So I'm gonna guess they had 20 or more in the second half. Teams don't miss layups. We went to the paint, they had 3 guys guarding behind me. They went to the paint, we had 1 guy playing soft, getting scored. So we guarded the paint, to answer your question, the first half, we guarded the paint extremely well. Second half, we did not. Teams don't miss layups.
Obviously,
Look
coach,
at this second half, here to my point. Second half, they made 1 3. So you tell me where they were scoring.
obviously you're giving credit to their defense, and they played great
Yeah,
defensively in
no
the second
question.
half.
They didn't quit, Andy did a great job, I give them all the credit.
And so I want to ask you, offensively, did you guys get tight, do you feel? And
Oh, yeah, 100%. We're bricking free throws, short arming layups, but that's what happens. You start thinking the blowout's on, I'm gonna get mine. And all of a sudden, you got a team they're a good team, man. And you know, you're talking about a team that had Tennessee in overtime, who could have easily beat Tennessee's top 5 in the country. I don't care what the AP's a joke. Tennessee's top 2 or 3, probably. As tough a team as there is. They had them beat. They beat Auburn easily. Auburn's ranked, forced 19 turnovers. They got good players. Andy's a good coach. We start messing around. We got exactly what we deserved. And that's what happens in sports.
with that said, is this the type of game that you can grow from? No, okay.
No.
Why not?
You can grow the wrong way. You got guys playing selfish, not worried about defense, taking bad shots, let a team back in the game. You can grow from it. You can grow to the bench.
Lesson-wise, though, can you grow from it?
No.
Lesson-wise,
No.
about not letting up leads.
No. That shouldn't have to happen. If you were in our practices every day and you knew what I was all about, I don't know you 2 guys, but if you knew me, this didn't have to happen for them to know that you don't take bad shots, you don't let teams back in the game, you don't start giving up 20 points in the paint and a half. But why should that have to happen for you to grow from?
Any more questions?
It's ridiculous. Thanks.